are you?
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Happy weekend to everybody. Sherelle, hopefully she'll be back in a second. But thanks for joining.
I was just turning my
Okay,
I was turning my sound down. It's really weird. Have you noticed, Perry? I never go on Avatar.
Right.
I hate it for some reason. Even if I'm sick, I'll wear sunglasses. I don't go on Avatar. Do you?
I do.
I don't like Avatar. All right, we got a lot to talk about today. Ooh, this is going to be a mess, people, a mess. But first, let's pay the bills. You guys know we are in partnership with Ilya Wines. I've been advertising this now for about 3 weeks, and you guys came through. Okay, yesterday you guys came through. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I really enjoy having a platform. I really, really do. But let me put this up here. There, I got the barcode up. Now, if you watch my channel, you guys know I drink a glass of wine every single night. I've been doing this for like years. I think I started this. When did I start this? It's been a while. I drink a glass of wine every night. And now, since about 3 weeks, my glass of wine is Ilya Wines. And I really, really enjoy it. I'm not saying this because it's a paid sponsorship. I'm saying this because I do. That's really, really do.
It's really good.
Every night. And like tonight, if I go on my members only, I'm going to try to go on tonight. But you guys came through yesterday with the support. So keep getting the wine so we can really have a kickback when I do my members only. They also have beer. Perry, where's your beer?
It's right here. I mean, just for people who don't really drink wine, like Sherelle and others. Hey,
who don't drink beer.
No, drink wine. I mean, but they got this lager beer that's really, really full tasting and really great.
And you know how me and Perry on wine. So listen, you could scan the barcode. It's right here. If you don't, you could click the link in the description that I have. And then when you check out, whichever way, whether it's barcode or going to the website, use World 10 as a promo code and you get 10% off. And you guys came through. I don't know. What was it about yesterday? Was it because it was Friday? You guys came through yesterday. It was really, really good. So
people was really relaxed and have fun, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. They came through. It was really, I didn't know what to say. I was like, oh my God, that is amazing. So we got a good show planned for you today. We usually don't do shows on Friday. I mean, on Saturday, I like to kick back unless, I've had a slow week, and I did have a slow week. So I'm coming through today with all the stories. I'm going to put them all out there and then chop them up because I'll be gone next week. Well, not gone, but I'll be working from my phone. So today we're going to talk about Chris Brown and the Usher fight. We're going to talk about Dereck and Monique Robinson from Love After Lockup. Ciao. So good. I don't even know where to begin. It's so good. Then we're going to talk about Harry at this coronation. It's a mess. But I wanted to start out with this about Melody Holt from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Now, I've been doing a couple videos on her this week. And today I want to talk about something that I named the Melody Holt pedestal. Okay. It's important. And listen, one of the best things about having a channel is having an audience to saying what I want. I really like saying what I want to, because why have a platform if you're not going to use it? If you're going to be a people pleaser. I'm not a people pleaser. But I want to talk to you guys about the Melody pedestal theory. Okay. People put Melody Holt on a pedestal as if she could do no wrong. I can't remember what got it all started. I said something. Oh my God, they went up in arms. This beautiful Black woman, she is the gift from God and she can do no wrong. People don't understand how sick and toxic our society is. I just did a video on Melody Holt and everyone lost their minds. I said I didn't like Candy Burris. Everyone lost their mind. Then I just did this video about Kyle Richards and her eating disorder now. But I need people to understand this, okay? We are in a sick society. The audience, people, they put people on pedestals and worship them. Oh my God, Melody's the best. She could go wrong. I love me some Candy. It's a cycle. So we got the audience who just worships celebrities. They worship them.
Mm-hmm.
They can do no more. And that's a sick way to be, because people, everybody in this chat, me, period, everybody has flaws.
Yep.
Nobody's perfect. So because people worship other people, it creates a demand in Hollywood. Creates a demand. These women can't be bigger than a size 0 or they won't work. If you try to put someone on a cover that looks like the average woman, the audience won't buy the magazine. See how sick the society is?
Yeah.
We should never, ever, ever. Where's that picture at? It's just a sick cycle. I got so many letters because I said Melody Holt hands isn't clean. I didn't even talk bad about her. I said her hands isn't clean. You go through a divorce this ugly and you start playing games with the children are affected. They didn't want to hear that. How dare you? How dare you? Oh my God, our queen. And I'm not making someone call Melody Holt their queen.
I believe it.
What is wrong with people?
Damn you, Sherelle, not the queen.
You guys make it where they have to conform. Hollywood is a toxic place. You can't be bigger than a size 0. Then it makes you a people person. And if you're a people pleaser, you slowly start to lose your identity. That's why I say it's a vicious cycle. You get up there, first you want to look like everyone else. So you go slim down. You get to the size 0. Then you got to have the cars or no one's going to take you serious. Then you got to have the money. Then you spend thousands of dollars on a stupid ass chain to go around your neck. I'm not making this up. The rappers, they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars because that's what makes them look good to the public. I got to look good to the public. And it all starts with society. We're in a sick society. And rarely do you find someone strong enough to realize that's bull. I don't have to be beautiful at a size 0. And when you're the first person to say it, everyone loses their mind. We're in a sick society, people. A sick society where it's a cycle. The public's in a cycle. We're in a cycle. We should never live in a society where somebody looks like this and still thinks they're fat.
Damn.
You should never put anybody on a pedestal like people aren't human. Melody Holt is not perfect. Candy Burris is not perfect, and neither are you. I can't stand the cancel culture where somebody gets caught doing something wrong. That's the end of their career. You got to look a certain way, think a certain way, and it's a vicious cycle. And only a few people are strong enough to break this sick cycle that we got going on. This woman thinks she's fat. What? Tammy Roman, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thinks she's fat. Kyle Richards. I might not like Kyle Richards. And I really thought about it. Why don't I like Kyle Richards? Because she's a follower. She's a people pleaser. Where is that picture of her? She's a people pleaser. Let me put this picture up. She didn't caught the sickness. Let me zoom in on this. Do you guys see her ribs? Do you see her ribs?
Damn. Yeah.
She has to please our society. Someone said this is a start. You don't see these ribs? Y'all don't see these ribs? If you think this woman's fat, then you're part of the problem too. This woman is now an anorexic.
Mm.
She's thinner than Lisa Rinna, who doesn't eat. If you eat an ice cube in Hollywood, they think it's too much. I'm not joking.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
You can't blame Melody for what her fan base do. Oh my God, you didn't get it, Layla. I said the whole society is sick. We make these stars hyper sensitive.
Hmm.
They think about shit that they should. Oh, I ate a peanut. Am I short? I made a mistake. I don't want no one to find this out, so I gotta hide it.
Hmm.
It's a sick society we got going here. They gotta appear a certain way, or they don't make any money because you guys won't buy it. I can't come on here and say I'm divorced. I'm confused. I don't know what to do. I still love Martell, but I can't tell people because now I got this whole women's movement behind me. That's why I don't do teams. I don't do teams. We're a sick society. Someone wants me to put the picture back up of Kyle. Why? There you go. There you go. Let me tell you the trouble with Ozempic. You, besides losing 50 pounds in 1 month, besides losing 50 pounds in 1 month. So I finally talked to my friend who's on it. She's an actress. She has to, I get it. It could cause cancer. We know that. But it trains your body not to eat because you are not hungry. So when you go off of it, if you try to eat again, you get the gain back the weight you lost and more quicker. Because some doctors said it was something about fat cells. I can't even remember. I should have wrote it down. Yeah, it's something about fat cells. I'll do it one day because I actually was talking to my friend because I was like, "Why are you? What are you doing?" But anyway, it trains your body not to eat. You don't eat. They're losing this weight because they're not hungry. So you get used to not being hungry. When you go off of it, you still don't eat because you trained your body not to eat.
Mm-hmm.
This is a sick society we got going.
No,
Sick.
I feel you though. It's almost like in society, I think a certain group of people just regardless, just put out this narrative that this is the perfect person, right? Or whatever. Everybody else, like, hell no, that and they put this person on the pedestal. Everybody's starting to want to conform to be that person instead of being themselves, right?
Mhm.
And you got
A
it.
person that doesn't exist, by the way. Don't
Right.
forget that part.
I'm saying, baby, it comes on both sides too, right? It comes on the side where they might weigh 80 pounds and feel fat or, overweight. Then you got the ones who's getting the booties,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
implants,
yeah.
all of
Mhm,
it, like just to fit in for a moment in time. This the
mhm.
fad. Instead of getting a pair of bell bottoms, they getting stuff done to their body. I mean, their body and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
it's the opposite end.
right,
So
right.
African Americans want to look thicker, so they go get the BBLs.
Mm-hmm.
White women want to look thinner, so they're exempting their asses till something happens. Angelina Jolie, look at her ribs. Do you see it? Let me zoom in. We're living in a sick society. And Perry's right, it's on both ends. If you're African American, you have a tendency to want to look thicker. I can't, every woman has got work done on her butt if you're black. The BBL. And if you're black, the bigger the better. Do you guys remember how K Michelle used to look like she was gonna tip over? I'm just talking about being strong enough in this society, and this is the reason I'm bringing this up, to not let people suck you into what they think you should be,
Right.
how they think you should act. That's not a life because you end up doing everything what everybody else wants you to do instead of what you want you to do.
You start
And
doing
that's
whatever's
why,
trending. Whatever's trending, that's what you do.
uh-huh,
You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? If that's the hot trend, hey, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, listen, some of these stars that we know, they can't tell you what's really going on in their lives because their audience will be going like that. like that. And I just need y'all to cut it out. Remember, people are human. They make mistakes. They get fat. They go back to men they shouldn't be with. They get high behind the scenes. People, everybody has a problem. So stop it with the pedestal act. That's what I got last week. Melody is so great, and she would never. She doesn't love. What name?
Martell.
What is his name? What is it?
Martell.
Martell. She will never go back to him. Writing me personal letters. That's not your life. Why the hell are you so damn invested in somebody you don't know? You're part of the sickness. We're in a sick society. Because if they don't lose the weight or have the big butts, you're not going to buy the music.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to buy the magazine covers. People, stop. And that's one thing I said. Listen, I came out here and I told you guys, like, the closer I get to 500,000, I got publicists calling me. I got agents calling me. I got managers calling. And, oh, okay, you're getting big now, bigger, Sherelle. Make sure you don't speak your mind. No, that's my channel, my way.
Right.
My channel, my way. And I'm going to keep it real over here. Say what I want to say. Let you say what you want to say. I'm not going to become somebody else, because once you do, only other people gain off of that. And you're the one miserable on the inside.
Yeah, that's true. You're living a life that's not yours.
You're living a life that is not
You basically
yours.
sell your soul. You sell your opinion just to, cater to somebody else's opinions and thoughts or dreams,
And I've seen it happen to these stars over and over again. They start out one way in Hollywood. They come, they're fresh, they're green. They look one way. They look a different way. Next thing you know, they got their nose done, their butt done, this done, that done. They go around. That's because this is what the public requires. They want you to look like this. They want you to be skinny like this. Y'all got to stop. And people fall for it time and time again. Oh, and they'll worship you for a while till they don't. I tell celebrities, don't fall in love with being famous. You only get a snapshot, and that's in the beginning. And they'll build you up. Then you fall for it. You start thinking your shit don't stink and you're above it all. And everybody loves me. And the next thing you know, they'll talk about you like a damn dog.
I agree. Everybody have their time, whether your career just ends or, something bad happened to your health. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes.
Thank you for the super chat, Melissa. All of this shit, these people, listen, I could say this because I'm Black. Black people are the most easiest fooled because they love labels. They love a label. If your pants say, I don't know what the latest is, Tommy Hilfiger, they love labels and Nikes and shoes. They love material things. They start believing shit that they see on TV. That's TV. Even if it's reality TV, they're only showing you a snapshot of their life, the portion they want you to see. Have we ever had anybody on reality TV go in the bathroom and shoot up?
No.
Why? Because they don't want you to see that.
Yeah, they didn't air it. Yeah.
You ever seen anybody on reality TV? I'll be right back. I'm going to go do a line real quick. They only show you a portion. I keep trying to tell you people that. And young people, I know, Perry, they're easily misled. Easily. If it's the popular thing to hate this person, we're going to cancel this person over here. If it's popular to love this person, I love this person right here. And I'm going to stand 10 toes down for Cardi B, who I never met a day in my fucking life. I'm not saying Cardi B's a bad person. I'm saying you're being easily led by the public. Whatever the end thing they do, that's what they do.
It's called followers. They'll follow whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of coming up to their own conclusions, their own opinions, choosing what they actually like, they go with what's the more popular thing. If I like red and everybody else wearing blue, I'm gonna skip the red and buy the blue. That's just
It's a sickness. It's a disease. Our society is sick, and you got to be strong enough not to fall for it. Don't fall for this mess. I've seen people take drugs because that's what everybody was doing at the party. Then when you get sick, that society's not going to help you. They're going to turn on your ass. Let's talk about Chris Brown. When you get sick and start falling for the society ins and outs, what they want you to be, because you can't make money if you don't. Then when your ass gets straight up sick, they turn on you. We don't want anything to do with Chris Brown. Something wrong with Chris Brown. So seriously, like, oh, he's just the worst. Oh my God. Oh, Chris Brown, he's the worst. He's the worst. Chris Brown is sick because he done fell for it. Now let me put this up. If you go to your Google, you type in Chris Brown, you type in Chris Brown drugs. This is what it says. Let me make it bigger so you can see it. I didn't even punch in. I didn't look at one article. Hi, Denzel. What's up, Sherelle and Perry and everyone? Hollywood is sick. Sherelle, did you make me a mod? I did. So, yeah, yep. I did. I made you a mod because you don't be playing around, okay? And somebody want to act a fool up in here, you block them, not time out block, because if they don't know how to act, we don't have time for them to learn. Okay, if you type in Chris Brown drugs, okay, it says, former staff members of the Loyal Artist team stress that Virginia native has an addiction to substances like, now, you guys see it, I'm reading it in front of you, Xanax, lean, which is heroin, that stuff they put in their cups, and then they mix it with candy, Molly and cocaine, which leads to unpredictable behavior. It's been around for years that Chris Brown is a straight out addict. I ain't make it up. Put it back up here again. Xanax, lean, Molly, and cocaine. Ooh, I wasn't supposed to say that word. I forgot. Yay, Denzel and me. Thank you, sure. I did. Schmoopy, you had to become a mod because you are at every show, windmilling and holding us down. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sherelle, for this. He is so sweet. Thank you, I'm that girl, for becoming a member.
Yep.
If I walk around with this shit in my system, do you guys remember when Chris Brown first came to Hollywood? I call the industry Hollywood. I don't mean in Hollywood, because if you actually go to Hollywood, Hollywood itself is a dump. I'm talking West Hollywood. I'm talking Beverly Hills. I'm talking, all the suburbs, the nice parts. It's called Hollywood because it started out in Hollywood, but Hollywood is horrible now. But when Chris first came into the industry, when he was doing that kiss, he's from Richmond. He's from Richmond, remember? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's from Richmond in Tappahannock. He's a country boy. Chris Brown is a country boy. Came to the big city, New York, fell for the hype, and it effed him up. Let's talk about this fight he got into with Usher. It's just a mess. This is a mess, people, a mess. I didn't say Chris Brown, for all the people that love to sue, had a drug problem. I read to you what his people around him said.
Or whatever, yeah.
For the people who like to sue. Said the man on all of that. I can't remember. It was a lot. So, according to the rumors, Usher gave Chris Brown a birthday party. And I don't even know if I should play the tape, Perry, because you know how people get.
Yeah.
Let me play it. If I get in trouble for it, I'll edit it out later. Usher, who's known Chris Brown for a long, long time. They're almost like the same to me, in my opinion. Through Usher, Usher threw Chris Brown a birthday party, and it started out great. Hold on, that didn't work out. Like everything else does. Started out great. A lot of people there. Looks like they were having a great time. This is before shit turned left.
Happy birthday, Breezy. Happy birthday, Breezy.
It looks so happy. Look at that. Look at that tall ass kid. Rich people at a skating ring.
Uh-huh.
Looks like everything was good. Then till it turned bad. They said that Chris Brown was drunk or possibly on something or both. I don't know. You know, the rumor is I think I've seen Chris Brown do interviews with the cup in his hand. Like he ain't even hiding. He just like, what's up? You know what's in that cup? What did Drake say? Green, purple shit. I've seen Chris Brown drinking the lean on in an interview, and I'm not making that up. Starts out, you get drunker and drunker, higher, or both, whatever you doing. So the rumor is he's mad at Teyana Taylor. Now, him and Teyana Taylor have been friends for a long time. A long time. As a matter of fact, she fell out with Rihanna because when they broke up, Teyana Taylor was still Chris Brown, Team Chris Brown. So he was supposed to perform at the American Music Awards. He was preparing for it. We've seen it all. All of a sudden, they say no. So the industry doesn't like Chris Brown. The people that make all the decisions. I'm not talking about his fans. The suits. I'm gonna call them suits. The suits don't like Chris Brown for what he did to Rihanna 13 years ago, possibly 14, long time ago. Mm-hmm. And the problem is Hollywood will excuse some, but not others. And and I heard Russell Simmons say this one time. He said, if Chris Brown didn't sabotage himself, he could be a Michael Jackson because the boy can dance. But you're with all these women, you put your hands on Rihanna, you're always cutting up and acting a fool, and it's just never going to happen. And so they just labeled you a deadbeat, and that's just how it is. And they don't care how good you can dance. Mm-hmm. They don't care. And they have a real easy time getting rid of some than others, because I've seen them bend over backwards for others, and they actually hide people's drug problems. But Chris' alleged drug problem is not being hidden. So he was mad at Teyana for she was supposed to perform at the show, so she canceled first because she heard that they were going to cancel on him, and he got mad because he's like, you know, if I don't perform, then you weren't supposed to perform. She went on and did something. I don't remember what, but he was mad at her. So they started arguing. According to the rumors, Usher jumps in the fight and says, hey, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down. So then Chris takes him outside. They start talking, and Usher's saying something Chris doesn't like. And the next thing you know, they start fighting. Let me put up the article. They start fist fighting. I didn't hear about the fist fight. I got the fist fight off of social media, but I heard that they were arguing. And so that's why it's coming out slowly. At first it was Chris Brown and Usher had heated words. And now here, this is on the Neighborhood Talk. They're straight out saying that it was a fist fight to the point where Usher has bruises.
Damn.
That's what they're saying. How you start fighting somebody that gave you a birthday party. Okay? They gave you the damn birthday party. They ain't saying what you want them to say, so you get mad and they start fighting. I'm gonna go ahead and assume Chris was under the influence again.
Yeah,
because this is.
I mean,
crazy.
for sure, some temper problems or something going on.
Chris needs therapy, but more than therapy, if you ask me, he needs drug rehab. Okay. This says Usher set to perform today at the Lovers and Friends Festival despite his injuries from Chris Brown fight. We're told that Usher was indeed injured during the brouhaha at the skating rink. Oh my God. So they're in Vegas. So we only have one skating rink, and that's Floyd Mayweather's. That's where they were. It just dawned on me. They were at the Floyd Mayweather skating rink. And that His nose and face are kind of jacked up now. And yet our sources assure us he's going to power through and put on a good show. He may, however, be covering up a bit. In other words, be on the lookout for him wearing sunglasses and some sort tonight, and perhaps rocking some fresh battle scars that might pop out through any stage makeup. Perry, what do we
Yeah.
do with our beloved, talented Chris Brown?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much ain't nothing you can do. If he don't want it, he's not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure people don't said, "Hey, man, go to rehab, do this, or change your ways." It could be something simple as that. A person gonna do what they want to do. Like, I think you said Russell Simmons said he could be great. Was it Russell Simmons you said?
It was Russell Simmons said he could
But
be
I mean, a
great.
lot of people could be in life, but it just their choices keep them away from it. They bad choices and how they just choose to live their life keep them away from greatness.
We have seen so many people let drugs just bring them down. Whether you started because it was the thing to do, whether you started because you couldn't get up, whether you started because you needed a little energy, it doesn't matter. And I will say this on behalf of Chris Brown and just entertainers, period. Because about all of them on something, y'all, whether you know it or not, either it's prescribed to them by their doctor or they get it from their dealer. They're all on something, almost all of them. I can't think of one because the women will do things like a diet pill, or they'll do actual drugs, or they'll do some herb supplements, because the schedules are unbelievable. The schedules are unbelievable. I gotta be here in this city to do this, then I gotta go to this city to do that, do this. And that's how it could start out innocently, or you could be at a damn party and that's just the thing to do.
Right. Recreation. Yep.
Recreation. They said it was Chris Squad that jumped Usher. That's what I told, but I heard it was Chris too. It's just sad. How you even yell at somebody that's throwing you the party? Chris, you was toe up. You was toe up. I'm just gonna say it like it is. Now nobody mentioned drugs. But we got to put two and two together here. I've seen Chris Brown for myself doing interviews with the lean cup. And we all know what the lean cup is. Either it's red or white, styrofoam so they can throw it away. And he ain't the only one. I've seen Lil Wayne doing concerts. I don't think he on it no more. Lil Wayne might have stopped because of the seizures. But look, they started getting so bold with it. They just start taking it on the interviews and walking around with it. Perry, you seen the cup. Don't make me act like I'm the only one. Y'all have seen the cup. And they just start getting high and everything. But it could start out innocent. But everybody on Hollywood, especially at the prime of your career, I ain't talking about the washed up ones that got some rest and went home. They all on something. It's a cycle. It's a cycle that I've seen over and over and over again. It's just sad. But our society is sick. Our society is sick. Chris Brown will never make it to his full potential because he sabotages himself.
Right. No, I agree.
And you can't get mad and say, it's the man. The man brought me. No, it's you. It's you. Now, do I agree Rihanna was 13 years ago? And yeah, and we should get over it. Yeah, but you haven't shown any signs of improvement, Chris.
Right. That, and you can't give the man the opportunity to put you in that category, because sometimes you go in that category without doing anything. You can't get them qualified reasons to put you in that box. And that's what, they're gonna want to leave.
It's sad, Chris. Breezy, look, it looks like Usher is still going to be your friend. you need to apologize publicly because this has made the blogs. You need to apologize to Usher, and Usher, he's got his own. I don't think he deals with substance abuse, but child, he got other problems. I ain't gonna talk about. I ain't trying to.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. So I just think I'm a firm believer in we shouldn't praise people too hard and act like their shit don't stink, and we shouldn't kick people too hard when they're down. And my poor little Chris got a problem, and you
And
don't seem to
actually,
be able to control it.
in all actuality, I think people will enjoy to see your human side. Like if a person, but people scared to try it because they want to be on that pedestal. I'm perfect. I'm perfect. But now you forced to live in a life that's not natural. That's not yours, right?
Mhm,
Now
mhm,
you find yourself hiding every little small blemish that you might have. Be
mhm.
yourself. People will. I mean, well, for me, I would look at you and say, you know what though, that person's okay. They ain't out here trying to come across as being perfect, or because a lot of people take it, oh, this person so perfect, they feel they better than me. Put it on the thing and say, no, I'm just human. If people say, oh, Perry, you just
So,
no, I'm human. I got flaws just like anybody else. And
I
let's
don't want to judge him too hard, but Chris needs some help. Chris needs some help. And the people he got around him, the people that jumped Usher and
mhm.
helped him jump Usher.
I'll be pissed because of that. Either way, whether Usher did it, his people did it, it's like for what? And especially if Chris didn't do nothing to him, like
Mhm,
get
mhm.
physical. I don't know. It's one of those things.
Hi, Asa too. She said Chris Brown was always trash.
Trash.
Damn. But people will defend him. I don't want to call people trash. Chris Brown has troubles. He has troubles from his childhood that he talks about. Because he said it was so bad he used to pee in the bed. His father putting his hands on his mom, or was it the
Mhm.
stepfather, something like that. He's got problems, and he had problems a long time. And another thing, like black men specifically, black men, I'm calling you out. They don't want to get help. They don't believe in therapy. I don't know why. They don't.
Well,
But you got to do something. You got to do something.
I think a lot of black men don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? Like have somebody else tell you how to live your life. I'm a black man. I just feel like, well, I work it out. I can do it myself. If I'm capable enough to make the choice to say I'm going to this counselor,
Uh-huh.
then I'm probably capable enough to just solve my own problem. I think a lot of people don't trust it, you know, or don't have the medical means to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not cheap.
It's just sad. I guarantee you, Chris Brown was high, and I guarantee not all black women have butt implants. Why would you say that? Somebody send me. Not all black women have butt implants. Find me an entertainer. Just tell me. Like out of all my friends, I am the minority. A lot of black women. I say 1 out of 5 don't have it. Black women get plastic surgery just as much as white women. We try to shade each other. White women wear fake hair just as much as black women. To to women put money in their bodies. That's just it. It is what it is. And they all try to act like it's natural. It's not natural. Find me a woman in Hollywood and she has done something. Maybe too much too. So I mean, please. I mean, I get it. If you're black, that could be offensive when I say all y'all getting is BBLs. But am I making that up?
Well, and actually, I don't even think that you mean it like that. Like every housewife or every local black is getting them. You're saying in general, the people that get into this business, just like a lot of people when they model, they had a tendency, not
To not
everybody,
eat.
to not eat. Not every person, but when you go into certain industries, you feel like that's what it takes to get attention.
You almost have to have it done at this point. You almost have to have plastic surgery done because the public will reject you in your natural state. Nah, y'all can fight with me all day. I'll speak in my point of view. Y'all speak your. If you just came on there about 15 pounds overweight, no makeup on, natural hair, They talk about you like a dog, but they don't like it. The women have to do that. They have to do that. It's no coincidence that Cardi B looks like the perfect symbol. They almost have to get it. Name me one female rapper that just comes on there, no weave, tennis shoes, no makeup, no BBL.
They can just go to Instagram and just go down their feed and they'll see what you're talking
Like
about. But no,
it
but I
happens.
think people might get offended when you say all black, like you mean in every last one of them. The ones that's in the industry that's looking for a certain type of attention, looking for a certain type of job opportunity.
It's so weird too. I just described what a sick society we're in, and that's somebody's reaction. Not all black people have BBLs. Let's pray for Chris Brown. Let's just pray for Chris Brown. I'm not gonna kick Chris Brown when he's down. I'm not gonna make fun of him and drag him
No, he ain't the
because
only one.
Chris Brown needs some serious help, huh?
Right. Actually, no, he's not the only person. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people need it.
But that's why they hide their shit.
Mhm.
People they hide a lot of their flaws because they don't want it to come out. But his is out there. It's been out there a long time. All right, let's move on to Dereck from Love After Lockup and Melody Robinson. Okay, this is really interesting. They've become one of the most famous couples on Love After Lockup. People don't really gain mainstream success off of Love After Lockup because they don't pay you that much. It sounds like a read. I'm just being real. Like
Oh, no.
they don't do their cast members like Bravo does their cast members.
Mhm.
So, and if you complain or ask for more money like a couple did, you'll be gone because they feel like they can go to the local prison and get a new criminal. And maybe they could. What do you think, Perry? Can they?
They do. That's what they do. Show out the show. Just get another one or recycle the one they got.
I didn't print out my things. Here, let me put it here. So Dereck and Monique became very popular. And I think they became popular. Listen, you guys, I'm just going to start being raw and telling you the way that it is. And if you don't like it, you just feel uncomfortable, you don't have to like it. But I think they became so famous because Monique is big. She looks about 3 to 400 pounds. And that's no shade. That's just the truth. Like she's big girl. Hold on. She's a big girl. And it was very interesting because he's a little skinny guy and he's cheated on her, I say, since day one. And it just is what it is, right?
Yeah.
But he got caught cheating on her again. I didn't get this, child. And she went off. She went to social media. She says, now since Emmer Effers want to play, it's really about to be over for this nigga. She's talking about
Dereck.
Dereck. I've been trying to be cool, but now I don't give a F. The world fitting to know who you really are. Stay tuned. So that's what she said at first. Then she posts a picture of the girl. Let me see if they got a picture over here on social media. She posts the picture of the girl. Child, this is a mess. And announces that he's been cheating on her.
But
Are
what's
we
new?
shocked?
No,
Huh?
what's new? That's my point. That's just the point. And yeah, I know she is a healthier girl than
Mhm.
typical, right? And when you see
Mhm.
them like that, and I think most times they got this review while people look at him as a joke because it'd be different if he showed that he cared for her and wanted to be with her.
Mhm.
He showed the most ultimate disrespect every time
Mhm.
he's around her.
Mhm. I
So
mean, but Perry, he's been disrespecting her for a long
I
time.
know that's the point. I'm saying that's why people look at him the way they do. I think it's part of my opinion. Like besides the physical traits, I'm just saying I think that's what people look at.
Let me put this up. Okay, so this is what. Ooh, I didn't print it out. This is the girl, okay, that he was with. That's just messy. I'm not gonna say nothing. So I read that. That's the picture of the girl. And then let me read this. She said, I've been letting MF, stands for motherfucker, play with me for far too long. Y'all think I'm not fitting to get my lick back? I always take the high road. MF chest fitting to start hurting for real. What's she gonna beat him up? What does that mean?
She ain't gonna do nothing. And see, and the reason why he keep doing the things the way he's doing, because she allowed it too many times. He don't
Okay,
even
so
feel like
check this out. So Dereck has a sister who I love. Okay, my banner's at the bottom. Thank you, baby girl, 1981. Thank you. He has a sister that I just went to her site, and she was saying that Monique's not innocent either. She brings the family into their business. She did on the
yeah.
show,
hmm
and playing victim. She's playing victim. What I mean by that is it's not like you just found this out that he cheats on you.
Right.
You keep going back.
She loved that
I
sister.
love that damn sister. I'm gonna try to see if she'll come on. So anyway, Dereck took to social media to try to explain what was going on. This is really bad because he says that this woman just happened to be in my. She photobombed my picture.
Those men out there, who,
Hold on, let me start from the beginning. He says
man,
she.
for all those men out there who in a relationship, man, be faithful, stay loyal. And for all those women out there, listen, just because another female like your significant other don't mean your significant other gotta like them.
Oh my God.
I was out taking pictures, having a good time. It was no bullshit, no problems or nothing, nothing messy or nothing. I'm in the club, a female photo bomb or in the frame. That don't mean that's my girl or none of that. None of that. Really having a good time, had a ball. Man, for all those
Dereck, 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 please
shit.
stop. Please stop. Please stop. just
Yeah.
Dereck, please stop. Just please stop. I want to see if that sister will come on. So I was in the chat and I said, I'm getting ready to hit you in my DMs. And she said, yeah, I'm going to see if she come on the show. But then I had to
hmm
go. I'm going to hit her in the DM right when I'm done. Because that's the real star in all of this is his sister. Because she just tells the truth. Okay, she's just like, nah, you pulling us into this. Stop. It's a mess. He's not going to be faithful to her. So the rumor is that they will not be back on the upcoming season. So check this out. I am telling you guys, well, no, I better not. I got to be good. I said I'll be good for a season. But anyway, don't really cover the show anymore, but I need to get his sister on my channel because we need somebody to help us sort this out. It's y'all are messy. Oh, y'all messy in this chat. Y'all messy. Just it's not gonna work. I just don't think this relationship is gonna work out because Dereck don't want to settle down right now. Here's the problem he's having. He might like her as a person, right? Like
hmm
he was in jail, so you're on the phone, you get to know somebody one-on-one.
hmm
He was attracted to her spirit, not her physically. I'm just telling you guys what I think the problem is. Don't judge me. We live in a society, I just talked about this, where your looks are important.
Okay, that's
People
your
judge you off of your looks.
yeah.
And so I just don't think it's going to work. I think it's too much temptation out here for him. That's what I think. What you
Yeah.
think?
Look, I'm not gonna get into all this spiritual shit that touched him while he was in jail. Okay, it simply could be. Let's keep it real. You appreciate, and you had a tendency, to keep talking to somebody that's putting money on your books. Okay.
Perry, you need to stop.
No, 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 no. I'm just keeping it real. And then when you go, well, you know, I'm not sure if this is gonna work. Looking at the relationship, just looking at it, do it look like it's gonna work? No. When just listening to it, do it sound like it's gonna work? He Shit, he give his neighbor more attention. But it's fine with her because I think this, and just is my opinion, that she's in for it and she know he don't give a damn, but she want to be around for the attention. And it's bad when a person put themselves in the light for attention, and then when people start giving them remarks and start to critique things, they want to get hurt. Don't put yourself in that predicament. That's just my thought.
Child, if it is what it is, but he said that just because a female's attracted to you, I can't. Don't mean you're attracted to. You gotta love Dereck. Okay, we gotta give him an A for effort.
And if you take that scenario what he just said, just because she's attracted to him, don't mean he's attracted to her.
Y'all are a mess. That's what we do here. We speak our mind. Okay, Terrence. It was all jail talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that. Let's move on to my fave, Prince Harry, because this is some serious shit. It's really serious to me. Okay, so his father, King Charles. Charles. Do the royals have a last name? I don't know. I wish Freddie was here. Anyway, King Charles, he had the coronation this weekend, and Harry went. I love Harry. Let me tell you something about this. Society expecting you to be a certain way. It's everywhere. It's in a certain it's in every country. People project on you what they think you should be like. And I've learned the hard way. You love who you love, right? He loves Meghan Markle. He married her. They have 2 children together. I don't think he should have went. I don't think he should have went at all. But I guess he still loves his father and his family. But the tabloids in England are 30 times, 100 times worse than what we are here in the United States. And that's because they really expect certain things out of their royal family. Hell, that's their only job, is to be this image that we want y'all to be. And that's not real. And I think that the monarchy, and I'm not England. I'm not from England. So if you're English, call in, tell me how it is, and tell me how you guys feel in the country. But it should end because they all have flaws. Harry accuses them of being subconsciously racist and treated his wife wrong, and he's not having it. You know, I'm not going to talk about King Charles and his era, you know, with the tampon of, I can't, you know, people are flaws and they're not who you guys want them to be. So you guys put all this pressure on the royals, and one day somebody's going to crack. But anyway, he went, they sat him in the 3rd row with Beatrice and all of his cousins right behind him. And everyone's saying that was a huge disrespect. But you know what was disrespectful to me is one of the parts of it, they had a black choir singing soul music. No, it was a mess. They had a black choir. Now, you know how black almost like a Presbyterian church or a Baptist church, you know how we get down. And it just seems so inappropriate because that's not how the English people do. Right. They don't celebrate like that. So you bring in this black choir on, is it so they could seem that they're not racist?
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, that's almost like having Van Halen at a black barbecue. Let's keep it real.
They had a choir. Anyway, he went, and he's there at the event. He left early. Do you think that relationship with his brother and his father will ever get back on track?
Probably not.
I don't think so either. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to any English person in the chat. He needs to just leave this alone. Don't go back. Just leave it alone. I'm British, and the issue isn't who he's married to. British people hate it when the royals complain. It's absolutely not the done thing. Never complain. But here's the thing that I feel, Star Guy. You guys have all of these rules and expectations for the royals. And it seems that, and I'm just saying here as an American, it just seems impossible for anybody to live up to. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. It just and you know who my favorite royal is? Not Meghan Markle. You guys think I'm going to say Meghan Markle. It was the Queen. I like the Queen because she tried. You know what I mean? She tried at a certain point to not be
Change
so
it up.
stuffy.
Okay.
Yeah, try to change up the monarchy. It just needs to change. It needs to relax a little bit. Those people, they seem unhappy. That's why they're divorcing. That's why, it's just a mess. And who was it they said in the royal family that used the N-word?
Oh, it was one of those. Shit, I don't know if it was
They need to
Charles.
relax. And I
One of
just think that Harry needs to stay. I like Harry. I like the way he stood by his woman.
hmm
I know the English people don't like Harry, but I like Harry. And he seems more
liberal, more open,
real.
more
Yeah,
normal, like more up to date, not
and
living in the 1800s.
yeah, all
Yeah.
those interviews that he gave that pissed off the father, I appreciated. Star Guy says, when you're getting millions paid to you by the public for your whole life, never complain. Never complain. People are starving on the streets.
Right.
That's
And see,
that's
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 what I was
another
going to
thing.
talk about too. Like, because you saying they can never live up to it, but they receiving money for it. Like, if you don't want to do the acting job, stop getting paid for it. Okay. You know, and I think, just my opinion, I'm not from that country, don't even know how that stuff works. I never even like history. But I would tell you this,
Mhm.
that I just think, just when I'm watching that thing this morning, it's all going on, it's boring. And it's like,
Harry. Okay, go ahead.
no, I'm just saying it's like a boring kind of thing. It's like, who still get into that stuff today? Like,
Well, you got to talk to the Brits. You got to
can't keep
ask them.
driving a Model T Ford around. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they need
It's
to make that
weird. It's
place
their
like,
tradition, but I just think it's
make
hard
it
to live.
yeah, make the palace a museum or something that you go and visit when you feel like it or something. Just say, just my opinion. Like I said, and my ignorance could be, I don't know none of that structure, but it's just for me.
Uh-huh.
That's things that Harry did.
Pia says the best thing Harry did was serve in the military. It humbled him, and he grew from it. I mean, I feel that Harry's more down to earth. He could relate more to regular people.
That's it.
What's it?
I can relate to regular people.
Yeah. The
I mean, it's too much structure, too much shit. I mean, do you walk up and say good morning? Is that the right term you use to them when you talk to them? It's
Mhm.
like, it's totally different from the regular society outside the palace.
Right. It's like almost like they live in a whole different world.
Right. hmm
But anyway, I just don't think that relationship will ever get back on track. I think they genuinely can't stand Meghan. Not only is she black, she's American, and we're more vocal. We're way
hmm
more vocal. So it's just a lot going on. I just think they need to never go back to England and just,
Right. But see,
it is what it is. Talk to him on the phone if you want to talk to your dad. That's how I feel. I could be wrong.
it's
Hey,
just something you
Denzel.
said too, Sherelle. You said this, right? That,
How you doing, Sherelle and Perry?
hey, what's up? What's up? That you don't think he should have went, right? Like, I think that him and his wife talked about it, because like, when somebody give you an invite,
Mhm.
they probably truly was hoping he didn't show up, so they can say he was invited, he didn't show up.
Mm.
Sometimes you get to show up to put him under the pressure on. Now people see that he was in the third row. That
I would just leave it alone. I
Yeah.
would quit going over there. I just would.
No, I feel you.
The tabloids are waiting with their cameras and to say bad things about you. They are waiting for your downfall. I just would quit going over there. It's just too much. That's just how I feel. I don't know if I'm wrong. Denzel, do you think Harry should stop going back to England?
That's his choice. That's his choice to make.
They don't like him. They don't want him there. Why is
If
he
they,
going back?
you said they don't like him.
Yeah, they don't.
Why not?
Because of Meghan Markle. They
Well,
feel
he,
that it's like look at
well, no. I mean, well, if they don't like him, he needs to stop going up there. Then, are they? Why they don't? They so they don't like him because he's married to Megan.
yeah, it was a big whole thing. She kept calling him racist, which is very offensive. Even if you
Mhm.
are racist, you can't call people racist, especially the king. It was just a mess. It was just a mess, and they hate her, and they call her a narcissist, and they said she ruined the monarchy, and they hate her. And if I know that my wife is this hated, I just would stop going. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I don't put myself around people that can't stand me.
No,
And
you right.
they're
You right.
putting you in the third row. They want you there, and they want you there just to say that we invited you.
Right.
And I would just stop going and just focus on my children. You've said some things that have pissed them off that you can't take back. You cannot take back calling your family a racist. He said it. Like you said it.
Yeah.
So you can't take it back. And so I just think this relationship is unrepairable. And I also honestly believe, and you guys can tell me how you feel if you're not, that just because someone has a label, brother, father, mother, doesn't mean that they're good in your life. And I just don't see
Absolutely.
how
That's
this
true.
could work out.
That's true.
I'm just being how I am because you go back, they put you in the third row, they treat you, you can't wear this, you can't do this, you just be there. I just don't think I would. But let's move on, Denzel. What are your thoughts on Chris Brown?
I like Chris Brown. I like his music. Um, you know, I was upset. I remember when that happened when he put his hands on Rihanna. He was stupid when he did that. She's a beautiful woman. I don't know why he did that, and why is he and his crew fighting Usher? Like, what's the
That's
problem?
true.
And
That's
it
true.
was it after uh Usher singing Happy Birthday, or was it before?
I think it was after because I think somebody left early. I'm not sure if it was Chris or I know what's her name? Not Rihanna. The girl that the fight started over.
Is it
Tiana,
Tiana?
yeah, they left after. I guess it got really, really bad. And I don't know if it was Chris or Usher left, but they left after because it broke out into a fight. That's just sad.
What was he saying to her? Was it he was disrespecting her?
Now that I don't know what the specific words were, but they said she was mad at her because she said you should have been Team Breezy and you
What?
should have not performed at the American Music Awards.
Where was
And you
where was her husband?
I don't know. And
College Hill,
I really haven't seen
Oh.
what's his name?
Iman.
I haven't seen him lately. You're saying he's filming another show?
Yeah, he's on College Hill.
Oh,
They already
okay.
filmed that season though.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't break up. I don't.
I
I
hope
love
not
that.
either.
I love that family.
Yeah, they look happy together. I hope they don't break up either.
Smoke, why you got Nene up there crying?
Because today's a hot mess and I'm in tatters and tears. That's why.
What's the hot mess, Smoke? What you upset about?
Chris Brown, we as the black community need to just go take a switch from outside, haul his ass down one lounge street, and just take moments whack at him. Because at this point, I am sorry. Yes, people can have mental health challenges, but at this point, if you are going against someone who is your supporter and your friend and you're attacking them, then clearly the problems are much deep rooted. And honestly, he ain't met someone that is bigger and badder than him that's going to whip his ass.
Mhm.
Now, there's
You're right,
rumors out
you're
there
right.
that Chris is jealous of Usher. Do y'all believe that? I don't
Yes.
believe
He
yes,
might be. He might
yes,
be.
that.
I
Why do you believe that, Smoke?
I believe it because even though Chris Brown is talented, yes, him and Usher, they can both sing and dance, but Usher is beloved. Chris Brown really isn't. So no matter what music Chris Brown comes out with, it's always going to come with the aftertaste of what he did to Rihanna like 14 years ago at the Grammys.
Listen, 14 years ago, I don't know what kind of life you led back then, but you're different today, aren't you? smoke than what you were 14 years ago.
Not if you're doing the same bullshit that got you in the
Doing
spot
the
you in
same
right now.
Yeah. It would be different if he had changed, but you keep doing the same thing. And do you think drugs plays a part in this?
Yes, and I think that just exacerbates what's already underneath, what's already inside of him, and he's not willing to do the work to deal with that stuff. So until he gets to that come to Jesus moment, or like everything is taken from him and he has nothing.
You think everything should be taken from Chris Brown?
When I say that, I mean he needs to get to a point where he has to be willing, he has to decide to change. He's not at that point because technically he's still being rewarded for his behavior. And when I say that, yes, he's still creating music and he deserves to get compensated for it, but he still has ends in certain circles, despite his continuous behavior and his negligence, and honestly his unsafety around other people. He can't keep it together. He has to hit a point where he's like, okay, I'm losing everything, or my life is just in tatters. Like, I have to address this now. But he's not there yet, so he's going to continue to act like this until it gets to a point of no return.
Let me ask you what your thoughts were when I was trying to tell people Hollywood is toxic. Everybody on something.
Yes, I just wanted to say something because you did bring up Tammy Roman. Now, Tammy Roman's situation is more nuanced and specific because she has body dysmorphia. And she tells the story of like she went to a modeling agency and the woman like took a marker and like ripped her to shreds, and that was the seed that started the body dysmorphia she has. So she has something that's more of it's a mental challenge for her. So it's not like something like she's willingly choosing to do it. It's just like she's like fighting within herself, and she's
becomes a mental challenge to all of them. The women that are getting down to size 0, it just gets embedded in their brain.
And even the men, I'll even say that because even
there's men,
Zach, the guy who did Baywatch with The Rock, he even talked about like the standards of what we have to maintain as far as like the diet and the abs, all that. Like, it's unrealistic. No one's body should be at like 2% body fat. You can't sustain yourself off of that. But just unfortunately, that's what pays them. So like they have the resources to do that. But it's just like when they crash, they come down. That's why you see some of them walking with dad bods after they did a Marvel movie. But
we feed into it. We don't buy magazines with fat people. We don't.
It's not even magazines anymore, Cheryl. Like, I don't even know people who still buy magazines. I think it's just like people, let's look at like Instagram or like a TikTok. People just like the fantasy of what someone is or who they are versus who they actually reality.
There you go. It's people's fantasy, but the word is fantasy. It's not real expectations. And some of these people get caught up in Hollywood of trying to be your fantasy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because people want to be desired, because if you're desired, then people like you. If people like you, they're going to see your shows. If they see your shows, they're going to pay you the big bucks. So it's like this vicious cycle of just like people want to stay in the now because their livelihood depends on it. So that's another thing I think may play into their mind of why they make certain choices with their bodies, because they want to be the ones that casting directors or executives be like, I want them for this show or this picture.
They don't. If you're ugly, it sounds bad. Nobody's really ugly, but we have this stereotype where we think beauty is, and it's just a sickness. Our society.
Look what they did to Viola Davis. It wasn't until she was on How to Get Away with Murder. Like, granted, we know she's a beast at what she does, but like they like ripped her to shreds because she did not fit a certain standard, and she talked about it a lot. And people were just like, "Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're beautiful." Like, yes, I know I am beautiful, but she is keenly aware of the industry she is and how she is perceived by the outside world and audience.
Whoopi Goldberg, she's another one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Perry, you remember when they called Whoopi ugly and all of that? And
no, I do. It's crazy.
She's got a beautiful soul, but she don't look the way.
It's not their standard or their profile, what they're looking for. And let's
because some people was saying she looked like a man. That's not nice.
Society is vicious, and if you're a celebrity and you start believing the hype, if they like you, it's just not your turn. Everybody gets a turn.
Can I say something, Sherelle, real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just like on Little Kim, the reason why she got the reason why she got plastic surgery is because the no good men she was with, and they were making fun of her, and that's why she got plastic surgery. She was a beautiful woman. Don't get me wrong, she's a beautiful woman now, but she was a beautiful woman back then. It was
I
she
see.
got
You're
low
young.
self-esteem.
You're young. We lived through Tupac calling her ugly. I remember.
He called her ugly?
He called her ugly. Yeah. Called her ugly
Wow.
bitch. Called her an ugly bitch. I lived through it. People used to drag little
He
Kim.
was wrong. He was wrong for that. He was wrong for
And Biggie, of all
for
people,
that.
the way he looking like some kind of like, I don't know, like the whale from Carvel's with that one eye. How dare he?
Dang Smoke.
I mean,
yeah, he was wrong. He was wrong.
Biggie and Tupac and the men of that era. I don't know now because I don't know like the rappers like that. But back then, they will call you an ugly beat in a minute. He did a song which he dragged Escape.
And look what happened. They started wearing lingerie and sexy. Now they wear it all the time in their shows.
You need to stop. Opinion. What are your thoughts on Chris Brown?
Chris Brown's been toxic for a while, Sherelle. Let's not forget, not too long ago, he beat somebody up on a tour bus. So Chris Brown needs to go get some therapy.
Well,
Jennifer Lewis said about Kanye West, get some help.
Like I don't understand why people keep enabling him, because if you keep saying, okay, well, we're gonna work on it, and he don't work on it, then you enabling him.
Well,
and then he's gonna be this monster out here. He attacking the black women, now he attacking the black men too.
You cannot deny, opinion, that you have not personally yourself. Now I don't know what kind of music you listen to, but you have caught yourself singing a Chris Brown song or two.
Not here recently. Not since the 90s. The early 2000s.
He's talented. We can't take it away.
He might be talented to some. Not my cup of tea. Okay, just not my cup.
You don't like Chris Brown's music?
I do not.
I can't. I refuse to believe it. Not one song, Deuces.
No.
Come on, KK.
Chris Brown is nowhere in my. Let me tell you, Chris Brown is nowhere in none of my playlists.
Some anybody else on the chat don't listen to Chris Brown.
I can't say that because he makes good music to me.
Listen to Chris Brown.
I do. He makes good music. The brother knows what he's doing, but it's just his attitude's problematic.
You can't say that Chris Brown don't make good.
You want to ask the hubby? I don't listen to Chris Brown. I promise you, I don't listen to Chris Brown. I can't even tell you the last song I sung of Chris Brown back in the day, but I know I did sing one back in the day. But I just don't like his music like that. His music don't move me.
Cheryl, can I ask in my opinion question? Now, in my opinion,
go ahead. You can ask me anytime.
I'll ask you anything. How you not gonna like Chris Brown, but you gonna listen to "Every Man Needs a Woman"? Despite
let me tell you something. I can tell you that song backwards and forward. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I listen to the Usher song. Now, let me tell you, my favorite Usher song is "There Goes My Baby."
No, he was talking about Candy.
I know he was talking about Candy, but let me tell you something. Candy has a unique voice, okay? We can't take that away from her. And what she does with the escape music, it does bring a different tone to it. And it's
auto-tune.
Cool.
Yes, auto-tune.
No, it's not auto-tune. Let me tell you. If you don't stop.
I'm just playing. I'm playing.
Oh, you think Candy can't sing? Smoke.
It depends on the song. It depends on the song.
Come on, Smoke. I
love Tamika and Tasha's voice. I love their voices.
Oh man, I so love Tamika's song.
Alive when Candy was famous back in the day.
Cheryl, I'm 30 years old. How old do you think I am?
Oh, he was a baby. You was a baby back then.
Like I won't lie. Certain escape songs I do love. Like "Who Can I Run To?" I will have that playing forever in my Spotify. Like they make good music. I won't take that from them. But if you're saying Candy by herself, I mean maybe that first album she did when she got on Housewives was pretty decent. I won't lie. I listen to Leroy Jones all the time.
Let me move on. Because Smoke is opinion. Do you think that Harry and Meghan should keep going back to England to get drugged through the mud?
Let me tell you something. I think Harry was trying to show his father that he's a bigger person and that he's gonna stand by his dad no matter what. And yes, I agree that they've done them wrong, like to the max. But it was even worse to hear the coverage, even during this coronation, they were showing the coverage that 2 weeks before the Queen died, she called Meghan evil.
She did.
Well,
So
dang.
to me,
What? Let me
to
ask
me,
you
it
this.
says a lot more about them that they're not accepting him than him going back and trying to make peace with them.
Now, can I ask you a question honestly? Because this is a tough one.
Go ahead.
What don't they like about Meghan?
They don't like that. They don't like she half black. We all know what they don't like about her.
That part too.
That's the part that they kept on going about. They didn't like that she brought her black mama to their council. They didn't like none of that. They was like, why? We was halfway. We halfway liked you when we thought you was white. See, she was so light skinned that they halfway liked her before then. But as soon as she brought her mama there, that was real black. That's when all the issues started.
Yep.
You cannot hide the racist that they did do to them. The fact that she was always on the cover of the magazines, the fact that it was always stories being leaked about her, like they was doing that. They was torturing her. They was literally torturing her. And the fact that she didn't get on a plane and run back to America says a lot about her. You know what I'm saying?
Let me stand up for the other side, because there's two sides in the chat. The other side is saying, this is our country. This is how we want our royals to act. She knew that before she came. And if she couldn't abide by our rules, she should have never married Harry. What do you say to those?
First of all, she didn't know that they was gonna be prejudiced against her. All she thought was that she was gonna marry their son, and she was gonna live this happy life. They didn't have no problems with her until they met her black mama. That was when they had problems.
I think there were problems before that. To me,
let me tell you, they said even when she was dating, they was accepting her. So that let me know that they didn't even know she had no black in her. They thought because she was so light that she was white.
About the point that she's not following the rules? You're talking back. You telling people how you feel, who you don't like, and who those stories was leaked by? You think they gonna tell them? Yeah, we was torturing her. Do you honestly think they were gonna say we called her a nigga? I'm just
no. I mean, what Sherelle's saying is that.
I get what Sherelle's saying, but I'm just saying
protocol, right? I mean, I'm just throwing out that that took them off guard because they're used to, you walking in, bowing down, doing whatever the hell they do over there, and then coming in on some white pony. She came in with a mini skirt.
No, my point is, what he's trying to say is England is very, very strict.
Yeah.
They're very, very strict, and they're real strict with their royals. And she knew what she was signing up for. She's seen the Diana stories. We all seen Diana. If you don't follow the rules,
they did Diana wrong.
They did do Diana wrong, but I'm standing up for the other side. As crazy as it is, that's their culture, and that's what they do. What about that?
Well, here's the thing. Let me tell you something. That's what they do. Diana went through a lot with King Charles. Okay, went through a lot. Like he was cheating on her every left and right, and then they were still blaming her. Oh, well, you're not doing enough. You got to keep him in your household. How's she gonna keep? You can't keep a man that ain't trying to be kept. He ain't a puppy.
That part.
But that's my point.
Put him on the leash. So how you gonna make somebody? That's what I'm saying. Them royals they already messed up. They bloodline messed up. They need to abolish the monarchy.
But yeah, they don't want.
But they're different. That's not. Look, we got things here that we got. You got to have a big butt and you got to look a certain way. So there's societies, both societies is toxic. So that's their toxicity. And Meghan knew she was signing up for, and here she come over here with this liberal shit and want to talk about the royals are racist. And that's unheard of.
But Sherelle, I think we have to separate it. We have to say the monarchy is toxic, not the people. It's not the people in England that are the problem.
Correct. It was in their blood. That's why I said it was in their bloodline. It's in their bloodline. They need to abolish that. Because, that bloodline all messed up.
I got a lot of people today. Let me move on. Pia, sound off about the royals.
Yeah, I don't care.
All right. Sound off about Chris Brown.
I don't care about him.
my goodness. Okay,
I'm sorry. I don't care. If whenever he starts taking responsibility, then I'll care.
Oh, Chris Brown. Okay. Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
When he starts taking responsibility, I will care. But I do want to speak on Monique and Dereck.
Ooh, go ahead.
So I watched it from the beginning, and this is the real reason why a lot of people don't like Monique, is especially his family.
Okay.
She catfished him.
Sure
So
did.
mean.
She did.
Oh.
She
Y'all
catfished
are
him.
mean. Y'all
No,
are
Why?
she sent him pictures from the face up. She never
Yes.
sent him a body shot. She
No,
catfished him.
she did. And she always used filters to slim her face. And then the messed up,
Oh,
yes. And then the messed up part was when she did go pick him up, because Dereck, he's not innocent. He didn't want his family to meet her because he knew that they were going to clown him and clown her. So on the day that she went and picked him up, what Monique didn't know was he told Monique one thing, but told his family another.
Okay.
Okay.
I gotta speak from the other side because that's just a well-rounded conversation.
Mhm.
What does it matter what she looks like? She had told him she was bigger.
I don't think it's the fact that it's how she looked. It's the fact that she was controlling because she actually put cameras in his grandma's house.
mm.
And then also too, she doxed one of the sisters and put his sister's social security, phone number, and everything and pictures out there before she had transitioned.
And
So
gave my
now-
OnlyFans.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what the problem is. They don't like her because she's dirty and because she's messy. And she's been known that Dereck has cheated on her. Didn't I tell y'all that they got fired?
Yeah, you did. Oh yeah, you did.
So that's what the issue is. They don't like her because she's dirty and because she's always starting stuff with Dereck. And Dereck, what? Go ahead.
Why did you hear they got fired?
Because now this is what the sister had said on her channel because
isn't she the best?
she is hilarious.
Isn't she the best?
His whole family's funny. I love his whole family.
Okay.
What happened was they've been fighting and he's been putting hands on Monique.
Dereck?
Yes.
That's what you heard?
Yes. And the sister
sure you heard that?
I heard that. A lot of media outlets were reporting that. The sister had talked about it too. And
he's so much smaller than her.
I'm positive. I mean, he can get on a step stool and beat her.
I mean, that's not acceptable, though. Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
No, I'm shocked, to be honest. I'm just shocked.
Right. And also, too, all they've been doing this whole season behind the scenes is fighting. That's all they've been doing. And WeTV has had enough of it.
Wow.
Because that's all they've been doing is fussing and fighting and arguing. And also, I think a lot of people, and I have to agree, think that their storyline is fake.
Yeah.
Why you think it's fake?
I mean, look at it. I mean, look at
it. Thank you, Perry. Because
y'all need to stop.
No. I mean, for real. I mean, like, you know what though? Honestly, we can come on and bullshit around and try to be politically correct as possible. But if I was to rob somebody gonna say skinny black male, right?
Right.
As a description. So let's not go with
talk about our society being toxic. Stop talking.
No. I'm just simply saying.
Oh my God.
You know, when I first seen them,
oh my God,
and when they said the cast,
Fury,
I went ahead and put the X. not gonna make it. Because whatever you needed in prison, when you get out, you don't need it that much no more.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Smoke, help your friend. Help your friend.
He's telling the truth.
He's telling the truth.
It's like I said in the chat. That prison talk and that tax love will get you every time. Just ask Sheree Whitfield.
Okay, I can't. I'm moving on, Pia. Is messy.
Well,
Selena girl, sound off.
Okay, so first I want to talk about Harry. I agree with you. I think that Harry should just not come anywhere near that castle. Because after all the drama that him and that wife put the
Yeah.
people. I think he should just stay away.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
That's fine. I agree. Stay
But let me
away.
ask you this though: even if they trying to put him in a spot where they can
But he has a right to
portray
speak to
him
the
as being the villain, but he was invited. We don't know why he didn't show up. See, people try to put you in these bad predicaments, and you
I
still
don't
say
think
stay away.
I
I
like Harry. I don't think Harry's the villain. I think that Megan is that.
Well, no. Okay, by him not showing up, and they're already feeding the media. Somebody from over there said that they're gonna feed it that he didn't show up because he was bitter or whatever, and then try to portray him. See, he's not family or whatever.
Perry, I wouldn't want to be around anybody that didn't like my wife, didn't like me. It's uncomfortable to be around them. I can't wait to get home. Why go?
I sort of get it, and like I said, I mean, no, I'm understanding what you're saying, but I'm just simply saying that maybe him and his wife did talk about the, positive and negative, going, not going. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to actually go to show the world how they treating him when they put his ass on the third row.
But he caused
I
that.
don't know.
Him and that wife caused that.
Mm-hmm.
They both caused that drama when they said all this stuff about the royals. They caused it. So after you cause all the ruckus, I don't feel like he should be anywhere near it again. Like, you got what you wanted. You wanted to
blaming him?
No, the wife, that girl Megan.
Oh,
Okay, so what do you think Megan did wrong?
I think Megan caused all of that drama with the whole royal situation, like about the color. Whoever said that her baby was going to be brown or whatever that whole thing was. I think that she just said all that because she was just upset.
you don't believe her? You think
What?
she made it up?
You think she made it up?
Yeah, I do.
Now, you heard somebody call her the N-word.
Well, do we have no proof of that?
Well, no. But okay, but let me ask you, where's your proof that she made it up?
The proof is all when she
No.
No,
We in court now. We in court now. You just debutted my situation. But
Yes.
I just said, where's your proof?
The proof is when she started to mess with Harry. That's what after she found out how all the rules and she didn't want to follow all the rules. That's what she did. That's my opinion on how it is.
They must give you free
I don't
tickets to
think
the
all of
palace.
it is Harry's fault. I think some of it is her. Huh? What you
I
say?
said they must have gave you free tickets to the palace.
Perry, stop. Lee,
No,
we
I'm
messing
playing
with you,
with you.
Celine.
I'm just saying.
Look, it's how you look at it. If you know, everybody seen what Princess Diana went through. Everybody knows you've got to follow the rules at the palace. That's whether you call it toxic, screwed up, that's their society. And so she signed up for that. And then midstream, she said, I can't take this anymore. Daily Info says Megan said Harry told her. She said there were conversations. Everybody's saying the people that are on that's calling her a narcissist is saying that she knew what she signed up for. And then when you get there, you change your mind.
I just don't know if I could marry into a family that had my mom murdered.
Yeah, I couldn't do
We
that.
gonna move on. We gonna move on.
Sherelle's not trying to get her show pulled from the stream. Pia, really? That's what we leave for behind the scenes. We talk about it that way.
What's done in the dark, P is gonna bring it to light.
Oh my God!
And I'm sorry.
Julius, are you new to? No, you're good. Julius, are you new to the panel?
Yes, I am. This is my first show.
We're crazy. Okay, we crazy over here.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, murder.
They did. I'm sorry.
Cheryl, if they're willing to steal blood diamonds from Africa, what makes you think they won't take out their own?
For real?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say that, chat. Everybody's speaking their opinion. I did not.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be I'm not going to be dating somebody and then, my nerves are shot. They might try to take me out. That's not happening.
Right.
Welcome, Julius. You got to get in where you fit in over here.
Yeah.
Sound off. What do you want to sound off on first?
I just have to say they've been targeting Harry for years. And due to
Who's targeting Harry?
the monarchy and the tabloids.
Okay.
It's been
Everybody. That's
years of it.
everybody. So
It's been years of it, and he talks about it in his documentary. He went into a
target him. How did they target him?
Leaking false stories that weren't
Oh,
true.
okay.
He dispelled every single one.
Mhm.
Let's see. He went into a very detailed thing how his father and then after a while his brother had deals with the tabloids to make him look bad and everything. We all know he had a drug problem. That's nothing new. So, and
Well, let me ask you this, Julius.
Mhm.
There's so much blame to go around. How do we fix it with the Royals? How do they fix this?
Well, the Royals have to fix themselves first. Because you can only poke the bear so many times before your intended target strikes back. And that's what Harry is doing. Especially from his recent legal docket receipt showing how William secretly settled a $1 million like hush money type thing. And the thing about it is, the reason why William didn't like Meghan was because I believe William had a crush on Meghan.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh shit!
Now you adding what? William had a crush on Meghan.
Sherelle, look at his wife. You think she's arching her back and popping up her titties in that royal house?
Yeah, no,
Stop.
yeah, you know what? I ain't saying that that's what happened, but you know, I mean, sometimes people are like, damn, I ain't think we can, go outside the palace. You know what I'm saying? And he could
Right,
be
and they
sitting there
did not
trembling every
think that
time Megan
Harry
walked through
could
there with that
bag
miniskirt
her.
on.
Y'all
He's
need
sitting
to
there shaking.
stop.
Like, let's just say what it is. They did not think Harry could bag her. Honestly, to be brutally honest, they knew what they were doing in dragging Meghan. And when Harry got into therapy,
hold on, Julius. This is too much. You're trying to say they don't want them together, right?
They don't.
And so it was the royals that fed stuff to the public to break them up, so they didn't have to do the dirty work. That's what you're saying?
It was. Why do you think they did the Oprah 2021 interview? To dispel all the stuff. That's what that was their initial goal in doing that interview.
Well, this is why I'm saying it's so much. I don't see people fixing this. Let's just break up for good, and you stay over this side of the pond, and I'll stay over this side of the pond, because it's just a bunch of going back and forth. Do you agree?
I agree that Harry doesn't need to go there, but I also agree to the fact that anytime that they put out something that's false, he has the right to respond and protect not only his wife, his kids, but himself as well. Because the way that they dogged Diana before her and Charles officially got divorced, they did the same thing to Harry. But out of respect for his grandmother, he didn't say anything. Because believe it or not, Harry was the apple of Elizabeth's eye. May she rest in peace.
Yeah, everyone says that was her favorite. She loved him. Yeah.
And that's why he did not retaliate. But now that she gone, he's speaking.
So you want to just keep fighting?
They have to stop first.
Oh my God, I can't just so we're just gonna keep fighting. Okay, all right.
It's entertainment for me because I'd be like, oh no, she didn't. He said that. Oh, okay,
What are you saying, Selena? Selena, were you gonna say something?
I want to sound off on Chris.
Okay. Sound off. Go
I
ahead.
want to sound off on Chris too.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't think him and Usher fought. I just don't believe that.
What do you think happened?
Okay, y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
What do you think happened? Okay, she froze.
I don't think they fought. I just think
her connection.
I think so.
Hold on.
You sound off while she tries to fix that. Julius, sound off on Chris Brown.
Chris Brown has had issues for years. I used to be a fan, not anymore. You gotta still conduct yourself, even when you're not like out in the public. You still gotta conduct yourself correctly.
But he has a drug problem, allegedly.
But even though he may have a problem, eventually it's up to him to take responsibility.
That's right. That's true.
Okay,
That's right.
can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Selena. Go ahead.
girl.
I said I don't think they fought. I just think that Chris, like, he was really drunk because it was his birthday.
Or high.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I think that he was just turned up too much, and he was just, it didn't get physical. Like, he probably said something because, like, he got a mouth on him. He probably just said something, and then people took it all overboard, like they would fight. Because why would he fight Usher? Out of everybody, why would he fight her? Usher don't even look like he fight.
Yeah.
He sing love songs. Usher not gonna be out here fighting.
And he threw you the birthday party.
Yeah, like that don't make no sense. How are you gonna fight somebody that threw you a birthday party, and then you gonna fight at a roller skating ring? Come on now, I don't believe that at all. People just want to say something because it's just Chris. Because modern America don't like him.
Okay, I got a question for you. Could you just be in denial?
How am I being in
No, I'm only asking you that.
Harry.
No. I'm just asking that question because she's saying, who would do that at a rolling rink?
Because
Okay, but who would do it to Rihanna?
Exactly.
All fans on the tuba.
I'm just saying that's my
about
question.
that story. That's a whole nother story. We're not even gonna talk about that.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying don't act like these things just don't happen of the spur of the moment or whatever.
No,
And Perry, can I add on to that too?
Yeah, go ahead.
I said he was probably drunk.
But Selena,
that he would go on.
Selena, Chris Brown has to have issues because he went off on Robin Roberts of all people and threw that chair at Good Morning America in Times Square when they invited him to perform on their show and interview him.
We're gonna talk about that. Let's bring that up.
He did that, Smoke. He did that.
Yes, he
When
literally
was that?
he's no longer allowed on Good Morning America because he tossed a chair and almost broke their glass in Times Square where everybody can see it.
And
When
he
was that?
This was years ago when he did that, and then he was, and they caught him walking out of Good Morning America. He didn't have on a shirt, cracked out his mind after he threw that chair.
No.
Hold on, let Selena speak. Go ahead, Selena.
No.
Come on, Selena.
No. What?
I remember that interview because that's the interview where he went. It was shuttered down by that time when that whole incident happened. He was on there to promote the album. And I remember he was on it to promote the album, and Robin Roberts kept talking about the situation. He was there to talk about the album. If you did something and people keep bringing it up, are you not going to get frustrated?
Hold on, Selena.
No
Selena.
excuse.
You're gonna
No
take a chair and break the glass window?
No, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do that. I didn't say he had to go and just break the people's property up, but I'm saying during that years, people would not let it come. They were not.
Selena, somebody in the chat.
I told you these women protect them.
I agree with Selena.
I like that, Maria. Like, thank you. Because we're not gonna sit up here and just be slandering him.
Okay.
Are we slandering him? Or are we talking the truth about him?
We
He
talking.
was a different person back then. He was a different person.
Let me do
Okay,
this.
one
Let
at
me
a
say this.
time.
Let me help Selena out. Chris Brown has been judged by the executives because the somebody's liking him, somebody buying their music. They're gonna hold this over his head forever, and she feels that they don't do other celebrities like that, right, Selena?
She didn't say that.
They don't.
Well, I'm trying to have her back so she has some. They don't.
No,
You care about one man, and that's Chris.
Right.
Paris, she started talking as soon as she started eating
This
them
is a
Swedish fish. What
hard
kind of
life.
things you got in them Swedish fish,
Has
Selena?
had a hard life.
Roll sound off, Roy. Roll sound off. What are you gonna say, Chris Brown? Chris Brown.
Chris has had a hard life, and I agree with her. We need to just pack it up with this. He beat Rihanna. We know he beat Rihanna. We know he has an anger management problem. He needs therapy. He doesn't need ire. He needs your help. And I
But it's
remember
up
that
to him to take
interview, and he
responsibility,
was
and he
getting,
hasn't.
and you can tell he was getting irritated at her because he kept on squirming in his chair. What do you think he was going to do? You know he was going to throw a tantrum at that point because he couldn't hold it in.
And Ro,
I like you, man. What's
the
your
only thing I
name?
gotta say, Ro, is this. The
Bro,
only reason I brung that up because the young lady act like it wasn't possible that his anger just goes up and just explode, right? Because he was at a skating ring.
I didn't say it couldn't be possible. I was just saying it could have been while he argued with Usher though. Out of all people arguing with Usher, and then again want to fight him, that don't make any sense to me.
Ro just said he got some anger management problems.
All right, but he's not gonna
he
fight Usher.
does.
He's not gonna fight Usher though.
We don't know that.
So have you ever been like red with anger and you don't care who gets it? Trust me, it's possible for anybody to black out and just go after whomever.
Yes, that's true, but we still need to support him. Like Sherelle said,
support him in his anger while he's swinging at me.
No, he is not. He is not swinging 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You don't see Chris Brown at his good light because they will not show Chris Brown at his good light.
Hold on, let me say this. That's true. There's different sides to everybody's personality, and everybody on this panel has admitted that Chris has a drug problem and problems from his past. And what she's saying, don't judge, help. That's what you're saying.
She said support him.
Yeah.
Usher tried to support him by celebrating his birthday.
And got his ass whooped.
Now look at this. Somebody said, hey, we gotta support Usher because he got herpes.
I can just see, look it. I can see Usher popping off with something crazy. I can just see Usher off with something crazy. He has an ego to do that. And Chris does not have the personality to go popping off. You pop off.
Usher. He's not gonna pop it off for Usher. He's not gonna.
Wait, what did you say, Ro? Can you repeat that last sentence? What you said?
Now look at Asa2. So we all know Asa2 is from France. She said, I don't need to support a violent color.
Yep.
Is he really a colorist?
Yes, he is. Yes. Yep.
No. Hold on, everybody.
All the time.
Hold on. Let me say this. It was a report going around that Chris had a party and he told the security guards, don't let any dark-skinned women in.
And it was
Selena, he wouldn't even have you in his VIP session for all this fight you do for him right now. And you beautiful.
I believe.
Wait a minute, he said that.
We were just talking about who was it who mentioned Little Kim got ripped by Biggie and Tupac. And the reason why she got ripped because Kim is dark skinned. It was her skin color they didn't like. And that was the only reason why. And I'm a dark chocolate melon chick, and I'll be like, oh well, go to hell because I'll still go in your party.
So Ro, what do you think we should do with Chris Brown? He's a problem. What do you think should happen?
You gotta pray.
He needs to go to therapy. Somebody needs to have a big ass intervention, his friends, something, and put him into therapy. I know what you're talking about. He is a drug addict, and that's sad. And I think that's the biggest reasons why he pops off and doesn't have control of himself. He just don't have control. That's all I'm going to say about that. He don't have control, but he needs therapy. And I think he thinks the world is against him because every other tabloid is fuck you, Chris, fuck you, F you, Chris, F you, Chris, F you, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not in his head. When they tell you a couple hours before you're supposed to perform, I'm talking about the American Music Awards, that the suits do shut him down constantly. And if you just go on his body of music, he's having hit after hit after hit. He really has.
Mm-hmm. So, and that would frustrate you. I don't know about me. It would frustrate me.
You have to admit he can't go around hitting people. He just can't.
No, I understand.
Hey, Sherelle, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What did he say about black women? What did Chris Brown say?
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say nothing. That's what
Wait a minute. I can't. What you say, Sherelle?
He just said he didn't want them in his party.
Well, don't. Okay, wait a minute. Don't he understand that black women is buying his music too?
Everybody.
No, it's not black women. It's high pitched women, Denzel. It's darker melanin skin women he don't like. He wants some high pitched, high yellow women.
Hold on.
Wow.
Okay, let me do this. I gotta hurry up because we've been on here almost 2 hours. Ro, what do you
Messy.
think should happen with Prince Harry?
Oh, don't get me started. You know what? They dissed Prince Harry after what they did with the third world thing. And I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. I was pee. Okay, he just doesn't need to deal with that family anymore. Don't get me wrong. Megan did not go with the protocols that the firm set for her. That firm is like an iron fist. You cannot go, and you can't even go to the bathroom without the firm's permission. So, he is still Prince Harry. He is still Charles's son, and what they did to him was just deplorable, especially when it's Archie's birthday. He has to fly back to.
Let me push back. The royals, he's liked here in the United States, but over there they blame him, they call him stupid for letting Meghan control him. So what if they put him in the third row because the public wouldn't have it any other way? What about that?
No, because you know what? If Charles would have put him with the family, the public would have saw that Charles forgave his son and they would have forgave him. They always follow the royal family's lead. They live by their lead.
They can't control what the public thinks. And they
yes, they do. They do it all the time with the tabloids. They do it all the time.
What do you mean?
The tabloids when they were when they were talking about Meghan. Yes, they do it all the time. When they were talking about Diana, when she left Charles, when they were talking about Camilla, they talked about Camilla like a dog until Charles went to the Queen and asked her to stop, and they didn't. They did.
True.
Excuse me.
That's true. That's true. Let me move on. How do I say your name? Mahu?
Hi, my name is Malwa. I'm a little bit nervous. This is my first time. I'm calling from Portugal.
Oh, wow. Okay, sound off. What do you want to talk about first?
Okay, the issue with Chris Brown, I think someone already mentioned this. I just want to jump on that wagon. He needs to be taking responsibility for it. And everybody's just talking about him beating Rihanna. Y'all forgot about Karuchi or whatever her name is, and these other women. There's a lot more incidents that he's that's related to him being, abusive or beating somebody up and everything else. And the whole thing with Usher, I don't think he probably meant to beat up. I think maybe Usher was in the middle of it and he just blacked out and he got it too. That's what I think. I think he got into it with somebody else and then Usher was in the middle, so then he got it too. I don't think that he consciously was fighting with Usher or physically fighting with him.
Now I want to push back so we can represent both sides. What do you say to people who say what happened to Rihanna was 14 years ago? We got to get.
Yeah, I mean, it happened 14 years ago. If the behavior stopped, but the behavior never stopped. He continuously, he's continuously doing the same thing over and over. He pushed Karuchi from stairs. He beat up this person. He punched this person and that person. So it's not just 14 years ago. If it was 14 years ago, then we would have been like, all right, leave him alone. He's doing better. He's working on himself, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, it's continuously happening. So he needs to be.
Okay, let me ask you this. Is it unfair for me to invite you to the American Music Awards? You practice for 3 or 4 days, and right before they go on, they tell you all that work was for nothing. We decided not to do it because of what you did to Rihanna 14 years ago.
Yeah,
is that fair?
No, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. I agree. Yeah, that's not fair. I mean, they should have just told them straight up from the beginning, no, we're not going to have you, instead of having him doing all of this stuff, And then he does need help. And I think someone also mentioned that they need to forcefully make him I don't know what needs to happen. Maybe, I don't know, start an R. Kelly type thing, get his music off from iTunes and Spotify and everything else, because he is so talented, and that's what what hurts the most for me, because I love him as an artist. He is so talented. But all of that's going down the drain because of his behavior and because of his personality and because of his demons, and he needs help. And if he's not doing it by himself, the industry, or I don't know, us, the consumers, we need to shut it down somehow and force him to get help. Or we're not like gonna buy your music, or we're gonna cut you off. I don't know. I'm just, throwing it out there. But something needs to happen for things to change, or else he's just gonna continuously, behave like that.
Also, too, he has a lot of demons, but then you add drugs to that, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Exactly.
Yep.
You got to get him off the drugs first.
Yeah, and then we're just gonna lose another artist. Then we're gonna be like, oh, RP, we miss him. He was this. We're gonna say all the things about him. No, let's start doing it now that he's alive, because he needs help. He needs, like, that's even though his personality sucks and he has all this stuff about black, dark skinned woman. I'm a dark skinned woman, and I feel offended, and I have family members and all of that, but I think it's something deeper with him. He's from like Virginia. I grew up in Maryland. I'm originally from Angola, but I grew up in Maryland, and now I live in Portugal. So I've been around the world. But
you could tell you're from the United States. You don't have an accent. Can you sound off on the Royals, since you're closer to them than we are?
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, how do we make this right? This is out of hand. What do you think?
I think because from here, like from the news that we receive here in Portugal, Harry met up with his dad like privately a week or two ago. So prior to the coronation. So I don't think you guys in the States saw that. So they met up privately, like just like unofficially, because they're still family at the end of the day,
Right.
Even though they have the whole thing with the monarchy and all of that stuff. But
so what did they say took place at this meeting? Was there a healing?
Yeah, it wasn't like a healing, but they're still like, we're still family, and you still have to be part of it. You're invited and you're loved by us, but not William. William wasn't part of it. Just Charles was part of it.
Now we hear that William
have said William is the one who's the issue, and William and Kate are the ones who set up the comment about the skin color.
Yeah, I think so.
It was William?
Yes.
Oh my God.
There's healing between the father and the son, but not with
the brother.
With the brothers, yeah.
Oh
and also, the brothers have always been head to head. They've always been against each other.
And also, we heard over here that like William was cheating on Kate. I don't know if y'all heard over there.
Stop. You did. Wait, hold on. Stop.
Did what now?
Yeah.
Stop. You did not hear that.
Yeah,
that's not surprising.
Allegedly.
Well, he's a dog.
Allegedly, yeah.
You heard a rumor that William was cheating on Kate.
Yeah,
her
and
name
then
is
there
Rose.
was another. Yeah, there you go.
Berry,
They were throwing stuff at each other as well. Like they was fighting, like not physically, but they were like throwing things at each other. Like we hear this stuff here in Portugal.
Who child?
Sherelle, you would trust a man with hair loss and a receding hairline?
Hold on, let me read this.
William is just like his daddy.
I am blown away. Let me read this really quick. We're assuming Harry was put in the third row. He probably chose that. Prince Andrew was in the second row, and he's I can't. He's a pedophile.
He is.
Oh my God.
Prince Andrew shouldn't have been there. But
also, let's not forget, like here on our side, we see like the people that are against the monarchy and against the whole like coronation and everything else. Like a lot of British people are very angry.
Hold on. There are people that are against the monarchy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God. There was like it was big. Like they were outside of the palace, like
protesting.
It was 1,600.
Yeah, like you guys. I don't think this information is shown over there in the States, but here we see it all. Like there are people like saying, "You're not our king. Stop the monarchy."
Yeah,
Sherelle, you need to get on Twitter.
1,600
at them. Yeah, I mean, it's not like all like roses. A lot of British people like Harry. It's not like they don't like Megan, and I also agree with that. Megan, there's I know as Black people we're supposed to like be behind, oh, she's Black and she's been through all this and that. But Megan, if y'all notice, like she has beef with everybody. And at the wedding, where did you see like her old friends, where she grew up and everything else? The aunts and uncles, like from the Black side or the white side. Like there's a lot going on with that Meghan Markle.
Wait, so
lady.
you're saying that Megan is problematic? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, she's very problematic. But people do like Harry. However, like a lot of people don't like the monarchy though. Like they want to abolish the whole thing.
Yep.
Well, do you think it's like old and kind of out of touch at this point?
Yeah, it's just old. Like, yeah, they just need to get over it. And then I have family like in the UK, and they complain a lot about like it's not the same anymore. Like people are struggling over there. Like their economy is very, very bad.
They're in a severe recession.
Yeah, exactly. And the whole thing with the coronation is just like y'all stealing money from us. Like we need this money. I mean, if you having this party with your own money, then that's fine. But it's our money.
30 million.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people also in the UK that want the royals to return like the stuff that they allegedly they stole. Like
they stole it. They took it.
They stole it. Yeah.
That's
so there's a lot of people that protest against that as well. Like
you mean like those jewels they're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, they're colonizers. Yeah.
And Sherelle, can I just say this to add on to that? There were some West African leaders from nations that were at this coronation, and I was like, y'all about a plumb fool showing up to this thing after what this country and their generations of rulers have done to this whole continent. Shame on y'all.
Exactly.
Ooh, this is good. We need to start covering the royals. This is a mess.
Yeah, this is juicy.
We will be here for hours just talking about them. There's so much going on with that family.
And Harry, he did an interview where he said that the real reason why that he's always wanted to leave is because he didn't want what happened to his mother to happen to Meghan.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I think what happened with Harry, he always wanted to leave and have his quote unquote revenge. I think Meghan Markle just came and gave him the fuel that he needed. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is getting deep. You're saying that he's had a problem with them for a long time before Meghan came, and she was in
the picture. Yes.
Yes. Oh,
yes. That's why he went to the military.
Yeah. He's been wanting
wow.
to out them. He's been wanting to like put them on blast, but in consideration of his grandmother and everything else, but he always wanted to do that. Like even like here in Europe, we hear about it all the time. But Meghan would like being American and being problematic and everything else. So she was just like, yeah, baby, let's do it. Let's take them down.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I would be mad too if you murdered my mother.
Yeah.
My man.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying
we always said that Harry was problematic and a troubled child. That's why he went to the military. So they've been dogging him since he was a boy.
Right. Yeah, but also too, again, they both lost their mother at such a young age. So of course you're going to, act out and grieve in your own way. And also too, the royals have a lot of secrets. How do we know that Harry doesn't really know what happened to his mom? Because the real reason why I said what I said is because what a lot of people don't know is that when Diana was in that car accident, she was pregnant.
What? She was pregnant?
She was pregnant, and it was by some guy,
right?
The other guy she was sneaking around with.
Yeah,
Dodi
the
Fayed.
guy that he was, I forgot his name because I was just
Dodi Fayed.
Yes, him. And people, because she died in that tunnel in France, and the French people also think that something happened. They even have like a
her brother said it at her funeral.
Yeah,
there you go.
Because
back to the clip. He said
because they did not want.
And look who wasn't at the funeral. Okay.
All right.
And Charles said, folks are gonna think I had something to do with it. Of course you did.
Let me ask you this. This is my last question, then I gotta go. I do not do 2-hour lives.
Yes, you
I
do,
don't know
Sherelle.
what's
Stop
going on.
lying. Stop lying, Sherelle. Yes, you do.
I mean, it's getting longer
Dang,
and longer,
Smoke.
ain't it? What do the people think of King Charles?
They hate him.
Where in
In England.
UK?
Yeah.
Well, in the UN, people do like he's like a symbol more than anything else. Like he doesn't really do much. Like he was just in the background. Like after Diana.
Yeah, but do they like him?
Yeah. So yeah. Well, I think people feel.
Hold on.
They're neutral because he's not that important. But yeah, they kind of like him because he's very how do you say? He's very like into what's it called? Like recycling things and being clean and being vegan and being resourceful and everything else. So people like that side of him, but they don't really talk about him that much. They talk about William and Harry more than anything else. And the Queen that passed. People really like the Queen though.
They did?
Yeah, these white folks
I like the
Queen. They like the Queen.
That nematode?
I like the Queen.
She married her cousin. You like a queen that marries her cousin?
Ew.
The queen was
That's a rumor. That wasn't proven.
That was
Allegedly?
That was not true. That was
Sherelle, you forget in England before they were stealing everybody's diamonds and resources, they were basically in the bubonic plague. They were bathing after each other. They had rats swarming around, and they didn't like to wear deodorant. The Queen only bathed once a month, and she thought that was something. Come on now.
I don't remember that.
Not true.
I don't remember that. You are a mess. Okay, you guys, this is 2 hours. I gotta go. My family is hungry, and I don't know what's happening to me. Why?
Sherelle, you know Perry cook. You don't cook, Sherelle. You know Perry cook in the kitchen.
Dang, Smoke.
I never was a 2-hour blogger. I used to think that is ridiculous. But these conversations, I mean, we got to start a series on the royals, you guys.
It was great.
That's messy. Very
Wait,
messy.
Yeah, that was some tea.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, really quickly.
Your people was going off on me in the comments.
Why?
They about Chris Brown. Somebody said that I'm on the same stuff that Chris Brown is on.
Oh, wow. No, you ain't, girl. No, you ain't. I support you. I support you.
Because it was just funny, and then somebody else is like, Selena, just go back in the house.
Look, okay. If you look, I'm gonna say this to you. I'm gonna say this to you, and I just want you to know it's okay. That's your man, and you gonna stick beside him.
Wait, no, it's not only that. You know, she's giving Savannah's mother from Waiting to Exhale. He's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
I want to stick beside him.
That's right.
All right, y'all. I'll be on tomorrow because we got more stuff to talk about tomorrow. This is a mess.
Yes,
Great
hopefully
show, Sherelle
I
and
can get
Perry.
in tomorrow. This
Yeah.
is my first time, so thank you for letting me on. I love
You better call back because you're in
thanks for coming.
Portugal. You have the tea. Okay, you gotta call back. You gotta call
I'll
back.
call back tomorrow. We'll
exactly.
see if I get through. All right.
Yeah, when I say I'm gonna drop that link, you have
Be
your
on
hand
it.
on the.
Yes,
You have your hand.
Yes, tap that link.
You got to be on it fast. You
You
got
gotta
to
be
Yes.
on it. All right, you guys. Thank you all for calling in. I want to thank everyone. If I didn't get to your call backstage, I do apologize. I was learning all kind of stuff this video. I mean,
Yeah. Sherelle, your Monday's gonna be busy though with Jonathan Major's court case starting.
Ooh,
the court case is Monday. No,
Yep.
because I got Atlanta on Monday.
You're gonna be doing double duty then. Pull up,
Double
sis.
shows. Double shows.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a bit. Things are gonna pick up because I hear Atlanta is off the chain this season. So
Ooh.
Can't wait for
The
tomorrow.
girls
to
are
watch it.
fighting.
yeah, it's a lot going on. So I'll try to squeeze it all in. All
You mean
right, you guys,
Candy's earning her paycheck this year?
Watch show, Sherelle.
say what?
I said, you mean
Mitchell
Candy's earning her
Watch Show.
paycheck this year?
What about the paycheck?
No, I was saying, oh, you mean Candy's earning her paycheck this year because she's been activated since they came from. I was like, good, earn your money, girl. Earn that $2
I was
million.
personally told that Candy's not going to look good this season. If I say anything bad about her, people flip out. But I got to review the show the way I see it.
And
It's
she gonna send you a
your
letter
opinion.
from the
It's your
principal's
opinion.
office.
When has Candy ever looked good in any season?
It's supposed to be,
All the
and it's really
time.
funny because we can't ignore the fact that Candy is elevated when she got these nominations because that's a hard thing to do. but you can't be on reality. I don't know how this is going to work. We'll watch out.
She may leave
Yeah,
after this
yeah.
season because that's messing up with her big ambition. So I think she'll make the decision to leave the show.
Well, maybe she could pull out. We'll just
Yeah.
watch it. But, you know, they're going to be, once you start getting nominations and you're up there with the elite, you can't be down here telling people, bitch, I'm a headbutt you when I see you.
That's true, Cheryl. You know, another example real quick
Yeah.
is what they did to Eddie Murphy. He was supposed to win that Oscar for Dreamgirls, and then Norbit came out, and then that's what they gave it to someone else.
It's very, very true.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
you guys, I got to end it here. This was a great conversation. We're going to have more. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? And I want to thank everyone that gave super chats. You don't have to support the channel, but you do. We're gonna start a club called the Royals, and we gotta break it down. All right, everybody say bye on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye, everybody.
Bye.